why Belle Delphine's career died. I have no clue why, you know, she suddenly apparently just disappeared on the face of the earth. I remember her being like pretty big in, you know, like pop culture, I guess, but you know, apparently she disappeared and I have no clue. And you know, let's see why she disappeared and why, you know, her career just went like snap. But you know, if you like these types of videos, you know, make sure to drop me a like to let me know. Comment down below, you know, what other videos you'd like me to check out next, and I'll be sure to do so. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you'd like to help support me and what I do completely for free. Also, make sure to check out my live streams over at twitch.tv/DDHplays if you want to take, you know, a first look at what I'm recording, and you know, also interact with me while, you know, I do absolutely horrible in video games. But you know, besides that, you know, let's get, you know, right into the video.
Because I'm not going to be on the internet forever, and I think there will come a time, I think, where I will just probably do everything, and then I think I'll leave.
Damn, okay.
Belle Delphine had the entire internet wrapped around her finger. Viewer sims, other YouTubers, it didn't even matter if you liked her or not, everyone was always curious as to what she might do next. However, between the months of December 2020 and March 2021, the curiosity seemed to dry up completely. People stopped Googling her name, her army of Twitter followers departed in droves, her Patreon supporters dropped by 90%, she's rarely talked about on YouTube unless it's someone investigating.
Yeah, like after COVID, she just went missing as well. Like, what the heck?
She hasn't been active on OnlyFans in almost a month, which is pretty insane considering she used to post up to 40 photos per day.
On my OnlyFans, I'm posting about 40 pictures a day.
Oh,
and
wow.
like
Holy
videos
crap.
as well. I try and be as active as I possibly can.
Belle Delphine's career kind of died, and interestingly, there's so many different reasons for it. However, we have to start simple in order to understand the whole picture. So we'll begin with this. Belle Delphine removed two core components from her content that have been keeping her persona interesting: mystery and intrigue. Belle Delphine discussed on the H3 podcast that one of her main strategies for standing out as unique was that she'd mix her cutesy image with the strangest, most unrelated topics to build curiosity around her character.
I've got the taking cute pictures and stuff, but that's not
Yeah,
gonna
she got a
do
cute
it. So
psycho
I
girlfriend
decided
vibes,
to do
right? I know,
weird
right?
things in the combination as well as being sexy, and I'll be like cracking
Yeah,
an egg
I have
in my
no clue
mouth
what
or
happened to
something,
her as well,
and then
right?
people will share that, be like, this
Yeah.
girl's so weird,
know, right,
and
right.
quirky, or
But they love
whatever.
you.
This would show
The
in
last time
videos
I saw
such
it was
as
Twitch.
Meet
Yeah,
My
I know,
Best
right,
Friend,
right.
in which Belle Delphine would dress
Like,
somewhat
what the heck?
provocatively and play with an octopus throughout the entire video. While certainly being a little bit on the weird
Yeah, she
side,
deleted
this video
this video,
worked
though.
exactly as intended because, as you might expect, many other influencers went to the effort of talking about the weirdness on their own channels.
Meet
I know, right?
my best friends. Some of you have referred to this video as disturbing.
In addition to this, Belle Delphine would become known for her infamous ahegao face,
I think the first thing that went big was the ahegao
She
face.
wearing
which
a
also perfected
white
the mix
helmet.
of mystery, intrigue, and attractiveness, while helping her to stand out
How?
as unique after many
Bro,
attributed
is this
face
attractive? This is
specifically to
just
Belle
like, what the
Delphine. All of this
fuck?
seems like common knowledge now that she's come onto podcasts and
no
explained her
shit.
story, but in the beginning, Belle was completely silent. She withheld as much information as possible, so when you were unavoidably introduced to her content with nothing more than this photo on your Twitter timeline, intrigue was almost guaranteed. But to
I
keep this
guess so.
intrigue and conversation fresh, Belle Delphine began to escalate her publicity stunts, making them weirder and weirder in order to maintain the public's interest.
It's time to
Yeah,
get
no,
your
right.
gamer girl bathwater.
Belle Delphine's next stunt was so infamous and hilariously successful that talking about it is almost a waste of time.
And then it came to me and it was like, bathwater, like bottled bathwater.
In July 2019, Belle announced that she'll be selling her bathwater for $30 per jar,
Yeah,
which
give me a
hilariously
minute.
sold
I need to turn off my. I need to close my windows for a while. Okay, so I just close my windows. Yep.
out in less than 2 days. YouTubers
Yeah,
from
why is
every
the
corner of the website joined
the
in
best
on the
friends,
madness, each
you
of which
know?
selling a little bit of their soul for
Yeah,
a
I know,
slight
right?
uptick in
Like,
views
why?
after they inevitably drank the bathwater
What the
on
hell?
camera. On the print media
Ew.
side of things, the
I know someone
stupidity of
vape
the campaign
bathwater as well,
prompted news
right?
article
Walk the
after news
bathwater,
article,
vape
some
the
of which even going
bathwater, I
so
think.
far as to claim that the bathwater gave an STD to
What
over
the
50
fuck?
people.
There was that fake article about the herpes or whatever that spread.
However, these negative
People,
articles
whatever.
were still a massive
Lol.
positive for the growth of her overall image.
Even though they're bad, are still kind of good.
It's good press. It's always good press.
Yeah.
By the end of the bathwater campaign, Belle Delphine had well and truly catapulted herself into the mainstream. However, in the process, there were obviously going to be setbacks. By this point in time, Belle Delphine had built what many referred to as an army of simps who had seemingly fallen in love with Belle Delphine and her anime image. To cater to and maintain the interest of this army of simps, she would post a photo to her Instagram stating that if she got 1 million likes on the picture, she would create a P-Hub account and begin posting videos to it. The photo smashed the record after totaling well over 2 million likes, and as a result, Belle Delphine would fulfill her promise by creating the account. However, unexpectedly, the content that she would eventually post to the lewd website ended up being nothing more than a publicity stunt. Her videos would feature extremely dirty usernames such as PewDiePie goes all the way inside Belle Delphine. However, upon clicking on the video, you would see nothing more than Belle Delphine simply eating a photo of PewDiePie while remaining fully clothed. Many of her viewers found these videos to be hilarious, even praising her for how intelligent the ideas had been. However, those who expected actual adult content weren't all that happy, feeling as though they had been misled by Belle Delphine. Many of her followers hatched a plan to mass report Belle Delphine's Instagram account with the goal of getting her account taken down, which they would ultimately succeed in achieving.
Suddenly there's huge waves of people trying to like report my stuff and then or spam. I just noticed it comes in waves, so I guess that time the wave won.
After her Instagram account had been banned and it was becoming clear that she wasn't going to get it back, there was a clear decline in her motivation and social media posting frequency. She suddenly stopped uploading to Patreon, she took down her merch site, all while her YouTube became completely inactive. This short break would last for approximately 3 months, at which point many were questioning whether or not she would even return. However, there was still so much mystery surrounding her persona. She had to return, right? Well, yes, she would. But what came as a surprise to many was the method by which she would return, simultaneously shocking the internet and creating more hype around her name.
Yeah, she got arrested over
On the 8th of October 2019, Belle Delphine would make a post to her Twitter page stating, "I got arrested, LOL," alongside the Metropolitan Police mugshot. Following this, there would be a tweet clarifying the mugshot which stated, "I swear to God this girl came to my party and stole my hamster. I have no idea why or who TF does that. I spray painted the F out of her car and got arrested. At least I got my hamster back," accompanied by 4 photos of the apparent stunt. Unsurprisingly, Twitter and YouTube completely gobbled the story up, with the main point of discussion being whether or not the whole thing was fake. However, they didn't get the answer immediately, as after making this Twitter post about being arrested, Belle Delphine would completely disappear for a period of 8 whole months. The advantage that Belle Delphine had throughout this break was that there were still so many unanswered questions. She hadn't clarified if the arrest was real or fake, she'd barely shared anything about her personal life, plus she was yet to post any actual nudity or adult content for her simps. The fact that she withheld these elements created anticipation for her return. People wanted to know where she was. The story of Belle Delphine felt like it was yet to come to an end. Videos investigating her disappearance during her hiatus, such as this mega viral hit by Jabroni, would gain upwards of 8 million views in the space of less than a month, showing that people were still well and truly invested in the Belle Delphine saga. Unsurprisingly, after her 8-month extended break had come to an end, Belle Delphine's return was legendary. Her video simply titled "I'm Back" gained 20 million
isn't that a
views within
music
only a week,
video?
and it was almost as if she had never left in the first place.
However,
just upon her return, Belle
looks like she
Delphine began
scheduled
to
a
make
video,
some
I
of
guess.
the many mistakes which would ultimately result in the decline of her career. Between the months of October 2020 and December 2020, approximately 4 months after returning from her hiatus, she began to appear on podcast after podcast revealing everything there was to know about Belle Delphine.
Welcome, Belle Delphine, to the show! Yay!
Prior to this, Belle Delphine had been excellent at keeping her life ambiguous and mysterious, only ever revealing bite-sized pieces of information regarding her actions, which ensured that the audience was always paying attention, as if they were to stop following for even a second, they might miss some vital update on what she was doing.
I heard you don't really do podcasts or interviews.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to go through them recently because I was cold turkey. I didn't do anything until recently.
Belle Delphine saw massive short-term exposure for these podcast appearances. However, in the process, she would almost completely eradicate all of the mystery, which had been guaranteed a constant level of intrigue. Belle Delphine revealed that most of her publicity stunts were fake.
Is it true or is it fake? It was fake.
That's a real like
this character in the first place.
See, I come from a very conservative family, like super religious.
And most notably, Belle Delphine
Yeah,
even
that
revealed that she
doesn't
had a
look like it,
boyfriend for the
right? But,
entirety
you know.
of her social media journey.
Who's the partner?
Who's the guy?
It's my boyfriend.
How long has that relationship been going on for?
The whole time I've been Belle Delphine.
No way.
How long is that?
3 years.
But while Belle Delphine had decided to give up the mystery surrounding her
Damn.
character, there was still one thing keeping her fans invested in the story of Belle Delphine. The fact that she
Yep.
hadn't posted any nudity or adult content,
Yep.
which her army of simps was still waiting to see. However, by late 2020,
Well,
it seemed
just
as though
down
this
bad,
was
right?
also about to change. On the 27th of November 2020, Belle Delphine would make a Twitter post stating, "I can't believe I'm ending 2020 with a bang," indicating that she was going to post an adult video towards the end of the year.
That says
On the
COVID
Cold Ones
was, you know,
podcast in
gonna
October
calm down. That
2020, Belle
happened.
Delphine perfectly explained why posting genuine adult content would be so successful for her.
I'm right on the cusp, right? I've never shown real nudity. And then going from that to like full on, I think someone wants to see it.
But in a state of infinite wisdom,
What?
Maximofo seemed far more lucid of the long-term dangers.
You can't undo it though, because it's like the
True.
machine you've built now is obviously extremely successful and profitable. And it's like, once you cross that boundary, you don't want to sell it for too less than what you're worth. Like, you don't want to get scammed.
Now, this was certainly correct. Belle Delphine had built this perfect structure that basically
True though, from a
guaranteed
business
consistently
perspective, I
returning
guess.
audience. However, this isn't to say that Belle's opinion wasn't also correct. She knew that she was going to make some serious money off the stunt. In the lead up to releasing her
Yeah.
first adult scene on the Impulsive podcast, Belle Delphine discussed how much money she was making on her OnlyFans.
The main people on OnlyFans are roughly earning the same, I think, from what I know, and at the moment it's like $1 million a month.
However, as the
Oh,
old
well, I
saying
guess
goes,
that's the
there's no
average
such thing as free
OnlyFans,
money, and the
right?
price paid by Belle Delphine for such an insane level of income was that she had to simultaneously
Oh my
sabotage one of
God,
the only things
35
keeping
per
her
month.
simp army paying attention, the fact that she
Jesus
hadn't done
Christ.
adult content. The adult videos would go live on her OnlyFans, and all seemed well initially. However, 2 months later, in February 2021, approximately 9 months ago, Belle would completely disappear from the internet once again. Now, it's possible that Belle simply got the bag and left the internet with her newly found fortune. However, unless Belle Delphine is secretly an extraterrestrial, human beings don't really work this way. Once we find something that works, we won't abandon it until it's no longer working. What's more likely is that she's trying to deliberately build mystery around her disappearance, which is exactly what happened perfectly with her previous
Yeah, I think
break.
she just wanted
She's
to
well
disappear
aware
and
of
come
the
back,
benefits
disappear and
in
come back
disappearing
again.
without saying anything. When asked about her previous 8-month hiatus, she thought taking a long break was going to
Yeah, I
end
have
her
no clue
career,
what
but she was
happened.
surprised to find everyone waiting for her when she got back.
My 1 year break, for example, it didn't, it was stressful at first because I thought my career was wrecked. But aside from that, I actually had a really good year.
Without a doubt, Belle Delphine thinks that
Yeah,
this will
without
be the case
being
when she
Belle
returns
Delphine,
from her
right?
current break. Her previous hiatus lured her into a false sense of security, telling her that she can take time off and her audience will always be waiting for her when she returns.
Yep,
However,
that's
this
not
time
always the
around,
case.
things will be much different. As mentioned earlier in the video, during her first hiatus, there was still so much mystery, so many unanswered questions surrounding the Belle Delphine story, and therefore
Yeah, but
her
now there
return was
isn't, right?
anticipated. Was the arrest story fake? How did this character come about? Did she have a boyfriend? How does this persona affect her personal life? People actually wanted to know more. 8 million people objectively wanted an exact update on what she was up to. However, this time
Yep.
around, all of the questions that kept the story interesting have been answered. She went on numerous podcasts over a 2-month period, explained her strategy around
Kind of a
everything,
dumb
then
business
posted her
decision.
highly anticipated adult content, and as a result, the story feels concluded. There's nothing else to look forward to,
Yeah.
and therefore there's no reason to care about what she's up to.
People
Videos
probably think
investigating
like shit,
what happened
right?
to Belle Delphine on her current hiatus have gained less than 10% of the views compared to those posing a
Not
single
even a
question
mil.
on
I
her
think probably
previous
now it's not
break.
even
She
a
revealed
mil.
everything in exchange for a surge in short-term revenue. However, the
Yeah.
long-term consequences are already starting to reveal themselves.
Well, that's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb, I guess. Sometimes you gotta look at the long term, not always look at the short term. But yeah, let me know, what do you personally think about,
Real or fake, she'd barely shared any
her stuff, like why do you think her career died and stuff like that? And are you interested in Belle Delphine? Because I'm just like, she's interesting, but I'm just not really that, I guess, invested into her. But do let me know down in the comment section below. And if you like this video, do make sure to drop me a like to let me know. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to see more of me and like to help support me. Also make sure to check out my live streams over at twitch.tv/TSHplays, where, you know, I react to these videos live, you know, do really badly in video games, but, you know, more importantly, interact with y'all. But, you know, thank you also so much for watching, and hope to see you in the next video or, you know, live stream.